Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Since Black Friday is around the corner and also Cyber Monday, I thought today I'd share my thoughts on the LG 34-inch ultra-wide monitor that I've been using for the past couple of months. To start off with and to save some of your time, I'd like to let you know that this is not a gaming monitor by any means because the refresh rate is limited to 60 Hz only. Let's start off with the display size, color and resolution. So the display is 34-inch wide as I mentioned earlier, and the aspect ratio is 21:9 with a curvature of 1800 R. What this basically means is it's almost the same size as a 27-inch monitor, but horizontally it's a bit longer. The resolution is 3440 by 1440, so it's not a 4K monitor, and the brightness is 300 nits, which is plenty if you are in a room that has neutral lights, not too much bright or not too much dark. And even if there is uneven light problems, there is an anti-glare coating in the monitor that will take care of the problem for you. It has an IPS panel with a sRGB 99% color gamut. While the color accuracy is not as great as those high-end monitors that cost you $1,500 or $2,000, this is pretty good considering the price point of this monitor, and I'll talk about the price later. Another thing is LG does have an added advantage when it comes to the color calibration and stuff like that, because they actually monitor their display panels in-house. Even they manufacture the panels that go into monitors like Dell. Initially I had bought the 49-inch ultra-wide from LG, but I personally felt it's a bit bigger for my desk and it was also putting a bit of stress on my neck. I think this 34-inch monitor is very ideal for someone who works in a profession that involves spreadsheets or charts, such as accountants or day traders, and also for semi-pro video editors, because in Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere Pro you get a very good view of your timeline. Let us now talk about the ports and the power that comes in this monitor, like the power option that comes in this monitor. So it has two HDMI ports and one DisplayPort connection. It has one USB-C port with 60 watts of power delivery. Even though the power is limited to 60 watts, it does charge my MacBook Pro M1 Pro pretty decently. Even though the MacBook's charger is like 67 watts or 96 watts. I would like to let you know that it does charge the MacBook Pro a bit slowly than the original charges. There are two downstream USB-A ports, which is useful to connect your peripherals such as webcams. But the problem is they are not independently powered. So in order for them to work, you'd have to have something connected to the USB-C port, or just in normal words, you'll have to have your monitor or computer connected to the USB-C port, so otherwise it won't be working. This is something I definitely keep in mind because it matters for most of the people. I do not usually connect my peripherals to the monitor. I have a USB docking station, so it's not a very big drawback for me, but I thought I'll let you guys know about this. There are no built-in speakers in this variant of the monitor, but there is another variant that does have the built-in speakers. I personally don't like using monitor speakers because they are not the best quality in most of the monitors, and I usually use my headphones. And talking about headphones, the monitor does have a headphone jack port. The power adapter is not built into the monitor, so it's one of those old school chunky power adapters that you have to bear with, but it stays hidden under my desk, so it really isn't a deal breaker for me. Let us now talk about the stand. So the monitor does come with LG's signature arch-shaped monitor stand. I would love to show you guys, but I'll have to look for it. I don't know where I kept it, and the reason is I've been using my Ergotron monitor arm that I bought with the LG 49-inch. It's a very expensive monitor arm and it's definitely overkill for this 34-inch, but it gives me the freedom of manipulating the monitor any way I want, as opposed to the stand, which you won't be able to tilt in every way possible. So it does allow you to adjust the height and allow you to tilt forwards and backwards or upwards and downwards, but it won't allow you to go sideways. So I personally think the monitor arm that I'm using, or any monitor arm from Amazon, would be a great bet. I'll try to leave down a link in the description below. We have to talk about the controls of the monitor. So this is one of the monitors that I've seen has one of the best controls or convenient control options and very simple menu when it comes to controls. So it has this small round shaped button in the bottom of the monitor, which I think is very convenient, and the reason is some of these monitors, even from LG, have the buttons at the back, which is not very useful or logical because you have to sort of bend and look over to sort of try to adjust your settings. But this one is in the bottom, so the position is pretty good for your hands too. And as I said earlier, that the menu is quite simple, so it's quite easy to navigate around. And LG's own display manager does allow you to set up your windows as per some presets, or you can set your own presets. However, I use a paid app called Room, which allows me to set my windows as per my own specifications, and it also allows keyboard shortcuts. So it's a very good software, I'd say. I'll also leave the link in the description below. And full disclosure, any link that I'm going to mention in the description or in my video is not sponsored or affiliated, so I'm not making any money out of this. Let us now talk about the final thing that is the decision maker in this case, the price of the monitor. So the price of the monitor as of the time I'm making this video is $699 on Amazon.ca. And honestly, it's quite hard to find this monitor anywhere else, but the price also keeps changing. I will leave a link in the description below if I can find one. And the other thing is, this is not the cheapest monitor out there by any means, because it's $699 at the end of the day. But considering the 34-inch ultra-wide size of this monitor and the USB-C options, I think it's pretty reasonable, because if you're looking at Dell or any other similar competitors, their monitors start around $900 to $1,000 with the similar sort of specs. So I personally think it's well worth it to get this monitor at this price range, and you might get a good deal in Amazon or Best Buy or whatever website carries it at the moment. You just have to look for it a bit. I'll try my best to attach a link. If I have to talk about some of the drawbacks of getting this monitor, then I've actually discussed them earlier. The first thing is the ports. So the USB-C port, it could have better power output. And the other thing is the speakers that I mentioned earlier. It's always nice to have a built-in speaker in your monitor because a backup is always good. And I wish that the USB-A ports were independent of the USB-C ports so that I can connect my peripherals independently. Other than that, it's a pretty decent monitor, and I think it's going to be very useful for the people I've mentioned that serve their purpose. If you've liked this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps my small channel to grow. And please leave your thoughts or any other question in the comment section below. Thank you for watching today. Talk to you in the next one.